Alright, here is the third video in this series for Project 2. Now, this particular project I've seen, it's been in my office and we've talked about it personally, one-on-one, so I don't think I'll give you any more feedback on it. I think you've had plenty. You know my biases, things that I would change, things that I like. I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next one, if I can. There we go. So, let's see, this one says, help children live happily by not having to worry about their next meal. Donate any closed foods at the bins located at Walmart, February 10th through 17th. Okay. I think a couple of things that I would recommend. Number one, this image is a really low quality image. If I can tell that on the screen, then when you print it, it will definitely not look good. You can see some little remnants, pixelization issues with the image. You need to scan it at a higher resolution or find a different image. The quality, it just isn't there. Also, you've center aligned your text. That one and this one, they're not connected to each other, and the strength and unity are invisible. So you want to fix that. Also, what's the name of this event? In fact, it's not really an event. So I don't know if this qualifies. Is there a way you could turn this into an event that you're advertising instead of a drop things off? It's supposed to be an event ad. I don't know who's sponsoring it. Is it Walmart? And I guess I know that hungry children are the beneficiaries, but I don't just want to give food to, who knows? Is Walmart going to distribute this somehow? Or are children just going to be picking this up? I'd like an organization to benefit, the Hungry Children of America organization or something. That's got to be clear to your audience. Your message is fairly clear, but I'd like a name of an event and a sponsoring organization and a beneficiary organization. You've got some nice white space. I love that. You've given your text plenty of room. You've given your subject here plenty of room. There's a nice contrast between this white and the green background. So that's wonderful. It looks like you've put a tiny little stroke around this text so that in the light areas it shows up. And that is helpful. Just make sure that outline doesn't become too prominent. Also remember that you will be trimming some off of the edges of this, and so some of this white space will go away and you might want to move things in a little bit. Yeah, hope that helped. Anti-bullying conference. Wow, what a great image for an anti-bullying conference. It works perfectly. Date, time, and place. Come listen to a child psychologist, anti-bullying specialist, and other educators united in ending bullying. Donations accepted, proceeds go to. Excellent. Yeah, this works really well. There's good contrast and hierarchy here, nice strong alignment, plenty of space. I think this one is pretty close to being done. If anything, is there a way you could add some interest here in this title? For example, could anti-bullying be stronger than conference? Yeah, anyway, just a thought. Looks really, really good. One of the requirements for this project is that you have at least one full bleed edge, and the way that this is formatted right now, there's no full bleed unless you trim, trim along here. If you do that, I would suggest that you trim all three of these sides, top, left, and right, and maybe move this text in a little bit because it won't have quite as much space. But yeah, good job. Okay, here's another really good one. It looks like a strong image. We've got a first annual charity. Okay, isn't it a charity golf tournament? it looks like it's first annual charity, and then there's this huge space, and then it's golf tournament. I think charity and golf tournament need to be closer together. Otherwise, they don't have a relationship with one another. Also, where you have an option for strong connection, you've just barely missed it. You've done kind of a creative alignment, which is okay in some situations, but here, because they're so close but not quite, then that unity and strength is gone. Okay, you do have a connection here, and that's great. And it looks like you've got a connection here, and that's excellent. If you made this text just a little bit bigger, it could also come over to this side. You could move some things so that everything was connected. Right now, this is floating. Everything else is okay. These golf balls, that's kind of a cool little extra. You probably don't want them to call too much attention to themselves. Maybe they should be just a little smaller. Maybe they could align better with this in this this horizontal line connecting them. And you've almost got an alignment there, but why not? Why not make that right down the middle of the golf ball or on the edge of the golf ball? We've got a sponsoring organization. I don't know who is going to benefit. This is a charity. Charity for whom? Make sure that's clear. If this is a charity that I love, then I'm more likely to come. Or if it's one I don't support, then maybe I won't want to come, but you'll want your audience to know. I really like your typography. You've got a strong serif and a slab serif and a sans serif. They're working together really well. I kind of wish that this logo didn't have a different font in it. Also, the golf club here is kind of disappearing. Don't know what you do about that unless you recreate the logo. Let's see, does it say where do I go? There's registration time. I guess I go to the Canyon River Golf Club. That makes sense. Good. Yeah, everything else looks great. Really like the photo. And that's it for this video. Thanks.